Going to talk about gun trusts because I get questions on these from time to time, and recently a friend asked about them, and so wanted to find a definitive answer for California. So we'll go into that today. Perhaps you've heard of them. You might have seen online that they might have been saying, if you've got guns, you definitely need a gun trust. If you're in California, you need a gun trust. Well, what is a gun trust exactly? It is a trust that would hold just your firearms and also would have provisions for who a successor trustee of that trust is and where those guns go after your death. It is something that perhaps works in other states, but because of California's strict gun regulations, it is unnecessary. We'll take a look at why and what you can do instead. First off, why might someone have a gun trust? Well, originally they were a way to hold items that had been prohibited by law, things from way back in the 30s, even. Things like machine guns, short barreled rifles, short barreled shotguns, silencers, and destructive devices, including the law says artillery, grenades, explosives, etc. And Because of that, the gun trusts arose just so that an entity like the trust could hold them rather than an individual, and there were some advantage to this back when they were created. However, in California, because of the strict regulations we have, there really is no benefit to doing this. It does not provide the trustee with any extra power to hold things that would otherwise be illegal. Doesn't allow him to pass on things that would otherwise be illegal to have, and doesn't really shield from any liability or give extra protection from liability. So instead, what should you do? Well, you should, if the trustee might be uncomfortable with firearms or dealing with them, you can have a special trustee just to deal with the guns. This might be especially important if you've got quite a collection and someone who probably should have some knowledge and familiarity with things and seek out the right expert advice for taking care of it. But if you're like most people with a smaller gun collection, maybe not particularly valuable, your trustee or your executor of your estate, or even if you don't have anything in place, which I don't recommend, but if that's the case, whoever is appointed by the court to take care of your estate, or whoever you appointed as your trustee, they're going to have the power to deal with your firearms, to make them legal as far as transferring to beneficiaries or selling them. That's going to have to be handled through a licensed gun dealer who has the power to do those things, send them to beneficiaries if need be. And your trustee or your administrator, your executor, they're going to be able to do these things and not incur any extra liability. But they should know that they do need to work through a licensed gun dealer in just about all cases. They can't just hand the guns to somebody else and that completes the transfer. They can't just ship them or throw them in their car and take them to Alabama, something like that, because it's a licensed gun dealer that has to transfer the firearm from the deceased person over to the new owner, whether that's a third party that's buying it or a beneficiary in the estate. And again, that's something that can be done without the gun trust. If you already have a gun trust, it may have provisions that work to deal with the firearms, but again, it's not something you need, at least in California. California laws, uh, with their restrictions, mean that your other estate planning should suffice. And again, though, if you've got particular people who want these firearms, if you've got a collection that really should be dealt with by an expert. Maybe you've got some valuable things in there people wouldn't otherwise know. It is a great idea to designate a person knowledgeable to handle those things. And maybe that's someone other than the trustee. Again, you can have a special trustee whose only job is to deal with these things. If you've got any questions on this or disposing of any property in probate or in a trust, give us a call.